All right, we are good to go live. So I am just here to welcome you because most of the information that you will get today is actually from my nutrition and dietetic intern, Carolyn. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information and then turn it over to her. So if you're not familiar with me, my name's Julie Lanford. I am an oncology dietitian. So I have a master's in public health. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist. And I'm a board certified specialist in oncology nutrition. I created and author cancerdietitian.com, which was, I created it in 2007. So we're coming up on our 13th year anniversary. And many of you on the attendee list for today's webinar, I recognize even some from the early days. So today, though, I'm really excited to announce this new program that we're offering. As the wellness director at Cancer Services, we are a nonprofit agency in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And we at Cancer Services has supported essentially the website and all the programs that are offered through cancerdietitian.com because of the support of our community locally. And so I am very grateful for that, for the support of my coworkers and also the donors who make this possible so that we can offer it to you at no charge. And of course, my great volunteers, including nutrition interns. So this is an idea that sort of came to me. I've done a few different challenges over the years. I've done a virtual physical activity challenge with participants at Cancer Services. And I have a couple of different email series, one on breast cancer nutrition facts and myths, and another one that is a series for survivor diet. But this is one that sort of came to my mind because I felt like I really wanted sort of a simple way to help people make some behavior changes. And I thought of this as, okay, this would be really great. And of course, I come up with lots of great ideas that aren't always possible to do, given the constraints of my time. So when I was assigned an intern, I thought, well, she's going to have to do a lot of work. Of course, right now, everything's being done virtually. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the chance that we can really get this off the ground. I had just the basic framework for it. So I am very excited that in essentially 5 short weeks, Carolyn has taken it from sort of this outline all the way into a place where we're able to tell you all the information about it, announce it, and then we'll be able to go live once we have time to recruit participants. So you'll find out the date. It's not tomorrow, so you don't have to worry about, getting ready to start tomorrow. But we do have a lot of fun things that are going on between now and the start date. So I don't think there's anything else that I need to say. I would like to introduce my nutrition intern, Carolyn, and she is a student at UNC Chapel Hill in the Masters of Public Health program. So she has an undergraduate degree in, I believe, marine biology, and is doing the program at UNC, which will get her all of her dietetics courses and a master's in public health and have the internship built in to her program. So I am going to turn it over to intern Carolyn to tell you all you need to know. And if you're not familiar with Zoom, there is a chat box, but there's also a Q&A box. So as you go along, I'm going to be here monitoring the Q&A box so I can jump in and ask Carolyn questions so she doesn't have to try to keep her eyes on everything. And I want to launch a poll, actually, so that we kind of get an understanding as to who is on the webinar right now. So this is for you to just tell us about you. It doesn't give us any identifying information. So you don't have to actually, be worried that anyone else is going to know how you answer. But I'm really curious for the people who are on today. Just tell us a little bit about yourself. So let's see. I don't know how long I need to give you. People are still answering. All right, we're getting close. I feel like the answering is slowing down. This is fun. I'm going to have to use lots more polling in the future. Everybody likes to take a quiz, I think. Okay, I feel like we've reached our max. You've had almost a minute. And I'm going to end the poll. And I'm going to share results with you. So here's our results. And we have 76% cancer patient or survivor, which is our target audience for this program. However, it is open to anybody, and the information, of course, is good for everybody. Cancer caregiver, 5%, which I also love seeing, because as a caregiver, it's really important that you take care of yourself, and you're often the one who is providing food for your loved one. Healthcare professional, awesome. Seeking cancer risk reduction. Again, this really is for everyone, so you are welcome to join. And then other. So I won't ask what the other is, but it's kind of fun. I always give that option because, you know, you never really feel like you always fit the box. So that's for the people who are outside the box. All right. So I am going to officially turn it over to intern Carolyn now, and I will monitor the Q&A box. So just enter in your questions in the Q&A or the chat, and I'll pitch those to her whenever they come up. It's
There's
yours.
also an opportunity for questions at the end, so if you want to wait until then, you can too. But thank you, Julie, for the warm welcome to everybody. I'm Carolyn. Like she said, I'm currently getting my master's in public health at UNC, and I am focusing in nutrition and dietetics. So I'm really excited to tell you about our new challenge today. I've worked very hard on it over the past several weeks, and I'm really excited to put it out here for you guys to take advantage of. So our 12-week challenge is focused on fruit and veggies, and we titled it Eat the Rainbow. So let's kind of backtrack a little bit. So why are we doing a challenge focused around fruits and vegetables? I'm sure everyone has heard how good fruits and vegetables are for you. Everyone's told you you should eat more of them, include more in your diet, but we want to kind of give you a little more background information on why fruits and vegetables are so beneficial for your health, especially for cancer survivors or going through cancer recovery. So fruits and vegetables are full of good things like vitamins, minerals, fiber, and phytochemicals. So phytochemicals are really something that we have focused on. So the word phytochemical itself, phyto means plant, and then chemical, or you can call them phytonutrients. And so they're literally plant nutrients or plant chemicals. So they're natural compounds found in plants themselves. And so they're biologically active components of plants. And they contain really beneficial things that can help support your immune system and promote healthy tissue in the body to help prevent disease or recover from disease. And you might have heard of some of the common phytochemicals before, like beta carotene is the phytochemical that you find in a lot of orange foods like carrots. So that's a really popular one that you might have heard of before. Lycopene is also another one that's found in red foods like tomatoes. So you've probably heard some of the lingo before. And so going off of our program name, Eat the Rainbow, why are we talking about a rainbow? What does that have to do with food and fruits and vegetables? And so those phytochemicals I was just talking about are what give fruits and vegetables their color. And so different colors of fruits and vegetables have different types of phytochemicals in them. And different colors and phytochemicals have different health benefits. And so that's why a lot of times we say, eat the rainbow. You want to eat as many different colors of fruits and vegetables as possible in order to get a wide variety of those phytochemicals in order to benefit your health. And so this is not a comprehensive list by any means, but these are just some of the benefits that you can get from eating different colored fruits and vegetables. So red produce is known to reduce your risk of cancer and heart attacks. Yellow and orange fruits and vegetables can help support your vision, immune function, skin and bone health. Green fruits and vegetables are known to have anti-cancer properties as well as be anti-inflammatory. And then blue and purple fruits and vegetables are known to help your heart health as well as help lower blood pressure. And so as you see here, these different colors have different types of benefits, and they're still doing studies on all of these, so they don't know all of them yet, but it is known that it is best to eat a large variety of them in order to have the largest amount of health benefits. And so that's why we say you should eat a rainbow from a variety of fruits and vegetables for maximum health benefits. And so getting more into our challenge, so what exactly is it? So it is a 12-week challenge focused on what you can eat instead of what you can't. And so we're really trying to emphasize that we want to add things into your diet. So you want to add fruits and vegetables into your diet to enhance your health rather than focusing on eliminating or taking things out. It's a lot easier to add things into what you're eating and make your meals more nutritious with extra fruits and vegetables. And so over these 12 weeks, we're going to cover a lot of information. So you're going to get a lot of great info on why fruits and vegetables are important for cancer survivors or just anyone in general in order to benefit your health. We're going to give you tips and tricks to help you increase the amount of fruits and vegetables in your diet. So this can be things like cooking tips, fun ways to incorporate them into snacks and desserts and all those types of things. And then we're also going to bust some common myths about fruits and vegetables. So nutrition is always a hot topic in the news, and everyone likes to think they're a nutrition expert. So I'm sure you have heard a lot of information and headlines telling you things about superfoods and not to include certain things in your diets, or you shouldn't eat at certain times of the day. We're going to bust a lot of those common myths for you and tell you what is backed by science and by evidence. And those are the types of things you should try to incorporate into your eating patterns rather than those trendy headlines. And so who's this challenge for? Like we saw in the poll, a lot of you are cancer survivors or recovering from cancer. So this is for you. It's for caregivers of cancer survivors, for family members, for health and nutrition educators. Really, it's for anyone. Anyone can benefit from adding fruits and vegetables into their diet. It will help your overall health and help prevent disease in the long run. And so we really want to emphasize that this is not a diet program. We're not going to tell you to count calories or macros or cut things out of your diet or anything like that. We really want to focus on overall health and wellness and building long-term habits and focusing on creating things that you can maintain throughout your life rather than short-term quick fixes to certain things. And so our goals for this challenge are to help you become aware of your habits and realize what you're already doing well. I'm sure all of you are already eating fruits and vegetables to some extent. And so we want to help you realize where the parts of your eating patterns already you're doing a good job with them and continue that, as well as help you develop new healthy habits that are maintainable. And we also want to help simplify healthy eating. So I know, like I was saying, nutrition can sometimes be a hot topic and there's a lot of conflicting information out there, and it's kind of hard to parse apart what is true, what's not true, what you should do, and it can seem really complicated and overwhelming. And so we really want to help you and show you how easy it can be to eat a healthful diet, and you don't have to make it complicated. Really, just eating a diet that is full of whole foods like fruits and vegetables can really benefit your health in the long run. And also, we want to have fun. So obviously, the world is a very interesting place right now, and a lot of us are not participating in a lot of the fun activities that we used to, or getting out and interacting with people like we used to before the pandemic and everything else. And so this will be a great way to really build an online community and support system while you might be doing more things out of your house. We'll be interacting together over the computer, and you can also help hold yourself accountable for creating new healthy habits while you're at home. And so you might have seen a couple weeks ago, Julie and I sent out a survey about this program, and we were asking for help creating the program name, as well as what types of things you want to see in the challenge. And so we actually got over 300 responses to the survey, which is awesome. Thank you so much if you participated in that. It was very helpful. And as you have seen, our winning name was Eat the Rainbow. I think about 38% of our respondents chose that name, so you guys really liked that. And we also saw that people wanted recipes, nutrition tips and facts, cooking advice, and an online community. And so based on that feedback, we've developed different components of our challenge. And the main part of the challenge is going to be based around a weekly email/blog post. And so those emails are going to contain a lot of nutrition information, giving you science, evidence-based information about nutrition and healthy eating, specifically focused around fruits and vegetables. And those emails are also going to contain a recipe. So every week you are going to get a new fun and easy recipe. They're all super easy to make. Julie and I worked on developing them for this challenge, and they all highlight different types of produce. So there's always going to be a different produce highlight. So we're going to pull either a fruit or vegetable from each recipe, tell you why it's good for you, show you how you can prepare it in different ways, and then give you an example with the easy recipe. And so throughout the challenge, by the end, you'll get 12 recipes that will be awesome to add into your rotation in the kitchen. Each email will also contain a challenge. And so these challenges are going to be actionable items that you can do to help you on your journey to eating more fruits and vegetables. So it might be reading something or listening to a podcast to get more information, or we might challenge you to add more fruits and vegetables into a specific part of your day that week, or try a new type of fruit and vegetable, things like that. And it's really going to challenge you into incorporating fruits and vegetables into your life in new and different ways, and help you realize what works for you and what doesn't. And those challenges are also a great way to interact with your fellow challenge participants. And we are going to create a Facebook group for the challenge. So each challenge cohort, I guess you would call it, because we're going to have a closed challenge. So once you sign up for it, the sign up will end at a certain point, and you're going to kind of have classmates in the challenge, I guess you could call them, and you'll have your own private Facebook group where you can share tips and tricks and give updates. And you can give updates about your challenge completion. So if you tried out the weekly challenge and it went really well for you, you can share some photos in the Facebook group or give other people an idea of how you're doing. I do want to emphasize, though, the Facebook group will be optional. In the survey, we got a lot of positive feedback about the Facebook group, but there's also a handful of people who are very adamant they did not want a Facebook group. So if you are one of those people, this is not mandatory and you do not have to participate in it. But it is a great way to have a sort of community throughout this challenge. And we also could possibly have meetups on Zoom if participants would like that, where you can ask questions to Julie or just talk to each other face to face, or I guess computer to computer, about how you are doing in the challenge and give any advice that you have. And then lastly, as part of the challenge, we're going to be sending out a fruit and veggie tracker. So this was another thing we asked about in the survey, and people seemed to like that idea. So we're going to have a printable paper tracker that you can use from day to day. And then at the end of every week, we will send out a link for an online tracker where you can put in your weekly information just about how many servings or how many times a week you're eating fruits and vegetables at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then your snacks. And it's just a good way to hold yourself accountable and be able to track your progress over time to see if you are increasing the amount of fruits and vegetables that you are eating. And lastly, another part of our challenge is we will be sending out quizzes. So we're going to send out an initial quiz, a midpoint quiz, and an end quiz. And so this is going to help us see how you are doing in the challenge and if you are making progress throughout it. And so after you take these quizzes, you will be assigned what we like to call a growth level. And so as you can see here, there's 5 different levels. And you start off with level 1, which is a seed, which means you have a lot of potential to grow and you have a lot of things that you can learn. And you can go all the way up through sprout, sapling, tree, and then end with a tree with fruit. And so the tree with fruit, our thought process behind that was you have fruit that you can bear to other people, and now you can give other people information about healthy eating and eating fruits and vegetables. And so as you take the different quizzes, so you'll have the first quiz, you'll be assigned a growth level. take our midpoint quiz where you have the chance to up your growth level to see if you have progressed. And then finally, our last quiz, you'll be assigned your final growth level. And this can be another fun thing to share in the Facebook group. You can see what other people got the same level as you, maybe create little separate chats with those types of people and give tips and tricks and everything like that. So we just thought this was a little fun addition to the challenge. And then you'll also get graduation prizes. So if you successfully complete all 12 weeks of the challenge, we're going to send you a printable handout that summarizes 12 main points from the challenge run from each week. And this can be a great thing to print out and put on your fridge or around your kitchen just to remind yourself what you learned throughout the challenge. You will also get a recipe ebook. This is another thing in the survey a lot of people are very excited about. So I know it can be kind of annoying to go back through emails and try and find recipes that you got sent 12 weeks ago. So we're going to take all 12 recipes from the challenge and put them together into one PDF ebook so you can have them all in one place. And so yeah, it'll have all of the recipes in there, as well as a little bit of nutrition info about the highlighted produce item in each recipe and some photos of the recipes. And then lastly, we're going to send out a graduation certificate as well for completing the challenge. If you want to print it out and show your friends and family that you successfully completed all 12 weeks of the challenge, go right for it. And so like we said, the challenge is not starting this week or anything, so you will have a little time to prepare. And so how do you do that? The first step you can take is to sign up for the challenge. And so we will be sending out the link to you, or giving you the link at the end of this presentation, as well as having the sign up page go live. So you can sign up today if you would like, and we encourage everyone to do so. And once you sign up for the program, you will get an initial email that will give you a link to the first quiz, and you will get assigned your starting growth level. And so it's really important to take that quiz before you start the challenge, so you can kind of get a benchmark for where you're starting, so you can compare it to where you are at the end. And then lastly, before the challenge starts, there's going to be a bunch of webinars, nutrition Q&As, and cooking classes through the Cancer Dietitian website. So Julie is going to be leading those. And we really encourage you to attend all of those. They're a great way to kind of start your process. They're going to be cooking classes, so you can sharpen up your skills in the kitchen before the challenge starts, and also learn some more information before the challenge begins. And so here's just a list of our upcoming webinars and cooking classes. So Julie is doing a lot of nutrition Q&As on Thursdays, as well as 2 cooking classes, and then a couple of webinars. The plant-based diets for cancer survivors would be a great webinar to go to, especially leading up to this challenge. Obviously, plant-based diets include a lot of fruits and vegetables, so that can be a good lead-in to your 12 weeks here. And we will have links to all of these webinars and classes at the bottom of our Eat the Rainbow sign-up page. And so here's just a little graphic kind of path that I made to show you how you can go from today up until the end of the program. So like I said, sign up today. We will have the link available for you. And once you do, make sure you take that pre-quiz. That's very important to your progress. And then attend those webinars, those cooking classes, and nutrition Q&As. Those will be really helpful. And then the challenge will start. You will take that midpoint quiz about 6 weeks into the challenge, maybe up your growth level. Do the other 6 weeks of the challenge, take that final quiz. And once you take that final quiz, you will officially have graduated the challenge, and you will receive your recipe ebook and the printable and certificate. And so we're happy to announce the start date for the challenge is August 17th. And so sign up today. So go to cancerdietitian.com/rainbow, and that is where you can enter in your email and your information to officially sign up and get your welcome email. And so I am happy to open up the floor for any questions if anyone has any.
We do have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Really good ones, I'll say too. So one person's asking, she's about to start chemo. So she's wanting to know if her diet's limited by taste, appetite, nausea, what should she prioritize along with, I guess, fruits and vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a really good question, because part of it, I would say, is that this might not be the right time for the challenge. It just depends. So I would never tell anybody not to sign up for it. It's never wrong to try to eat more fruits and vegetables. If you sign up for it and you get started and then the chemo is like really making it hard to eat, I don't want anyone to feel pressure to prioritize fruits and vegetables, and like somebody's watching your fruit and veggie log, and you know, I'm not judging anybody, but sometimes you put a lot of pressure on yourself. So my take on this would be, you're welcome to sign up. And then if there's a lot of side effects that do prevent you from eating fruits and vegetables, my priorities for people during treatment would be to focus on getting enough calories and getting enough protein. And then the fruits and vegetables you build on top of that. So if somebody's not able to get enough calories and protein, I'd prefer they take the calorie and protein challenge, which we don't actually have a real one, but you have medical providers and to assist with that. So anyway, that's my take on that. But I don't know, Carolyn, since you're more intimate with some of the recipes and stuff, how it might fit in.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, fruits and vegetables themselves, yes, they're very nutrient dense, but they're not very calorie dense. So if you are trying to optimize calories, like Julie was saying, it might not be the best time to start something like this. But honestly, you can just give it a try, see how it's working for you, and you can stop at any time. And we have talked about, we're not just doing the challenge one time. So there'll be later dates of the challenge that you could always participate in if you find that your appetite has increased by that point as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because we probably will wrap, this challenge will go like August through mid-November. It'll wrap up by Thanksgiving. So I would expect we will start another one in the new year. Another question, will the cooking classes be available via Zoom or in person? Well, I guess I'll answer since I'm doing those.
Yeah.
They will be by Zoom, as far as I know, unless some miracle comes through and we can do them in person. But they're by Zoom. So yes, people are welcome to sign up for those. The one that is in July is I'm using at least one recipe, possibly, I think 2 recipes out of the Eating Well Through Cancer cookbook. And so for local people, I'll have that cookbook available for you to pick up for free at Cancer Services. If you're not a local person, then I can send you the link where you can purchase that. So yeah, we'll be on Zoom. I did my first cooking class on Zoom last week, and it went pretty well, I think.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Someone else said, do you have any of the cookbooks to cook and eat healthy as a cancer patient survivor? So the Eating Well Through Cancer cookbook is the one I often recommend, because I find it has recipes for certain side effects. So the person who asked about doing this challenge during cancer treatment, that cookbook would actually be really great, because it has sections on nausea and like diarrhea or taste changes, that kind of thing. But they also have a healthy eating section. So I think that it's good. And I have those available for people who are local and are planning to take the July cooking class online. So I'd be happy to have those. Let's see, somebody else said, when does it start and how much does it cost?
It's free, which is great. So no charge to you. So you're really getting a great service for no money, which is really awesome. Especially getting a free recipe ebook. I feel like that's a great deal. So yeah, you don't have to pay anything. Like we said, it starts August 17th.
Yes, and because of Cancer Services and the donors then that support our agency, we're able to offer that to you at no charge. So if you do want to contribute, you can just give a tax-deductible donation to Cancer Services. And this sounds fun and exciting. Someone said, I want to know how much time to allow for any webinars or online classes.
So the challenge itself doesn't have any webinars or online classes. So the challenge is really driven by you and how much time you want to put into it. So it has those weekly emails and challenges and recipes. So you can devote as much or as little time into cooking and reading the emails and doing your own research as you would like. The webinars and the cooking classes are kind of leading up to this challenge. And so those usually run about like 30 minutes to an hour, I would say, depending on what you are attending. But yeah, so it's really up to you. It's all driven by how much time you have and how much time you want to put into it.
Yep. And the cooking classes and webinars, I always record them too, so you can fit them into your schedule. The last cooking class, I believe we were done in 45 minutes. I actually surprised myself because I've sort of budgeted an hour to an hour and a half. But I also choose recipes intentionally that are not complicated. So yeah, we were done with that class in 45 minutes and I had a delicious meal to enjoy afterwards. Someone asked, does juicing the fruits and veggies count towards our daily goals?
It could, I guess, but we definitely recommend eating the whole fruits and veggies just because the fiber in the fruits and veggies is really beneficial to your health as well. And you lose that when you juice it because all of the pulp comes out of it. So if you can, I would definitely recommend eating your fruits and vegetables in their whole form or cooked however you would like. But if you do want to juice every once in a while, that is definitely okay. And you could count those towards your goal, I would say.
Yep. In some cases, like I'll have colon cancer survivors or sometimes like GYN or someone who's had to have a surgery to their abdomen who can't tolerate fiber. And so especially in those cases, juicing is your best option. But like Carolyn said, we prefer that you eat the whole fruits and vegetable, but sometimes you just want variety. So my typical response is that up to like one serving a day, one, juice a day is, I think, fair. I don't recommend juice cleanses.
Yeah.
Where you only drink juice all day long. Let's see. I'm concerned with lettuces that may have been on recall. So will recipes have lettuce as an ingredient?
We do have we have, I think, one recipe that has lettuce as an ingredient, but you can use really whatever type of green that you would like. So if you're worried about buying romaine specifically, you could always use spinach or kale, whatever you are comfortable using or is available to you to buy. A lot of the recipes are very simple and don't have very many ingredients, and feel free to substitute vegetables and fruits for one another. There's no magic to the ones that we chose. We're just trying to give ideas for new recipes.
Someone's asking, I'm an oncologist, and so will the challenge help in treating their patients?
I would say yes. You could definitely get some great ideas for people, especially if you want to give them the recipes to make at home, just because they are really easy and quick and good ways to get some healthy foods into your diet. And like I said, anyone can really benefit from this. We're using all evidence-based information, so maybe you'll learn something new, even though you're already a healthcare professional. I'm assuming you will probably have heard a lot of this information before, but you might learn a new fact that can help you in your practice.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome for you to take it yourself, and you can always share everything you learn in it, but also to understand, because it will probably depend on your patients, but especially the patients that are done with treatment, or if they're in treatment and they're really not having side effects that affect nutrition intake and you want to go ahead and get them eating healthy, I'd encourage them to sign up for the challenge. And then the other option is, we can sort of tailor this, like the oncologist that's asking if you want something specific for your center, that's something we could talk about. But I'd love for you to participate first and just get an idea as to what it is, so that when you do recommend it, you can tell them and feel good about it. But we would love to have you and your patients sign up and give us feedback too. We're always open to that. Let's see. I'm monitoring the chat and the Q&A. You guys are asking great questions. Okay, someone said it sounds exciting. Thanks for doing it. Yes, Carolyn, thanks for doing this on your internship time. Yes. What's the difference between juicing and making a smoothie? Always a good question.
Yeah, so juicing, you usually a juicer, or you can blend it up and strain it, but basically juicing removes all of the pulp and so the fiber from the fruits and vegetables. Whereas making a smoothie, you're putting the fruits and vegetables and whatever other components into a blender and just blending it up. So smoothies are a lot higher in fiber than juices are, or juices basically have no fiber in them. So you're keeping the whole fruit and vegetable in the smoothie, and you're just pulverizing it so it turns into more of a liquidy consistency. Smoothies can be a great way if you are trying to eat a more calorie dense diet. You can really pack a lot of calories into a smoothie if you want to. And it's easier to eat in a sitting just because you're kind of drinking it rather than eating it. So you can get more calories in rather than trying to chew your way through a huge salad, because you can get full pretty quickly from that.
Yeah, it's funny. The way I describe a smoothie is like the blender's doing the work of your teeth. But I mean, it does blend the flavors together.
Yeah.
Things that would typically sound absolutely disgusting, somehow you put them in a smoothie and you drink it and you're like, whoa, how did that like sort of disgusting list of combo ingredients turn into a milkshake that tastes like chocolate?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's amazing. So yeah, we definitely prefer smoothies to juicing when possible.
Yes. We do have a smoothie recipe coming.
Ooh.
So.
Good. So that answers one of the questions. Will you give us some vegetable smoothie recipes? Typically, I think usually smoothies will have fruit in them because that's what gives them the sweet taste that makes them taste good.
Mm-hmm.
But you can, yes, put vegetables in smoothies and it still does taste good. So Carolyn said there's a smoothie recipe. Someone said that's what she said it's much better than what I tell my patients. A smoothie is like food that's already chewed. Right, yeah, that's less appetizing, I suppose. Yeah. Someone asked if there are soup recipes.
We don't have a soup recipe. We do have well, I don't know if I want to give it away. We have something similar to a soup recipe. It's not exactly a soup, but it's in the same category, I would say.
Yeah, I'm with you. We're kind of like, we don't want to give away all our secrets.
I know.
Fine, that's
you have to sign up to see.
Someone asked about picking up the cookbook for the cooking class. So yes, once you register for the cooking class that has the cookbook, we will give you instructions on when to come by and pick it up. And then for those of you who aren't local who want to do the cooking class, we'll send that to you with plenty of time for you to order it ahead of time if you'd like. Is most of the learning after the challenge starts?
I'm not sure exactly what you mean by learning, but we will be sending out all of the information on fruits and veggies after the challenge starts. So you'll be getting them in weekly emails. Each email has a different nutrition topic that we talk about in relation to fruits and veggies. So you will have a week to kind of digest that material, try out the recipes that are about it, maybe do a little more research on your own, and then we'll move to the next topic the next week. And if you would like to do some learning before the challenge starts, like we said, those webinars and Q&As are a great way to do that.
Yes, and I have 13 years of writing on cancerdietitian.com.
Yes. Yeah.
And you can listen to the Cancer Dietitian podcast, lots of episodes there. So you could probably we're talking about how many weeks from now? We're looking at like 6 weeks from now before the challenge starts. Pretty sure that you could pick like one thing a week to do either from cancerdietitian.com webinars already or the podcasts or any of that. So, but yes, the official challenge will not send you emails until August 17th. Is there a grocery list to be provided ahead of time?
No, we have not created that, but that's actually a good idea. So maybe we could send one out. I could definitely put one together for all of the recipes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Good idea. I just marked it as done, so I can't remember whose idea that was, but thank you.
Yes. Someone did in the chat too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm bad multitasking, the Q&A box and the chat. Oh yeah, there it is. The supermarket list. Yeah, and the recipes are not going to be complicated, so yeah. That's the nice thing.
You likely have a lot of the stuff already in your fridge or pantry, so.
What else? I don't see any other questions coming through, but of course you can always contact us by email. The site is currently live, so you are welcome to sign up for the challenge, and the links to sign up for the webinars coming up are also on that same page. So we can't wait to get started. And somebody did ask, I think they asked about the Zoom groups, or, you know, the Facebook group is something that will be ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Zoom groups are going to be optional depending on interest, and they'll be more like meetings, I guess, than webinars. So it'll be more like a getting together with other people with a common goal.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you think we need to? Oh, maybe one more question in here. I eat a lot of red and green. Is that bad?
No, that's definitely not bad.
She's a Christmas veggie eater.
I mean, eating any types of fruits and vegetables is better than eating nothing. So you are already doing a great job with that. If you wanted to try and incorporate some other colors into your diet, that would be great as well. Like we were talking about those phytochemicals, you're going to get different ones in different colors. But if it's not feasible for you to incorporate those into your diet, I wouldn't worry about it. But a lot of the recipes and the tips we give out can help give you some fun and easy ideas to incorporate other colors into your diet. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, it's like she eats Christmas.
Yeah,
and we're gonna challenge her to eat the rainbow.
Yeah.
But it certainly is, you know, if you don't like any of the ones in the other colors, you can try them. If you don't like them, we won't make you. We're not grading you on whether you like them or not.
No, we're not the fruit and veggie police.
So someone asked, are kidney beans vegetables?
Technically, no, they're legumes. So beans kind of fall into their own category, and they're a lot higher in protein than vegetables are. But we actually are talking about beans in one of our weeks of the challenge. So they're included in a healthy plant-focused diet. So definitely eating beans is good for your health and a great way to get a lot of protein and fiber into your diet through plants.
Yes. On the plate, I typically put them in the protein section, but they're plants, so you get this double bonus. So sometimes I also count. It's like they count as both, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It's a complicated question, because if you ask a botanist, like a scientist of plants, you would get a different answer than if you ask a horticulturist or a nutritionist who's really more focused on sort of the nutrition aspect of it. Mm-hmm. Someone asked, I'm currently on chemo, but want to start the challenge, but her question is, should she start? And if she finds out it's too much, could she stop?
Yeah, definitely. You can try it out, see if it works for you. And because the challenge is at no cost to you, there isn't really anything to lose by just trying it out and seeing if it goes well. And yeah, you can stop at any time. If it becomes too much for you or it's not feasible anymore, you won't be penalized in any way for that. And you can always try it again in a second time for the challenge. So
for sure. Yeah. And we tried, Carolyn made those cute levels and there's no judgment on the levels. So we don't want you to feel like one level is like inferior to another, or if you can't move up a level, there's something wrong. It's just a fun way to kind of assess where you are and connect with others. So we aren't grading you.
No.
All right. Any other questions? These are really great questions.
Yes.
So I appreciate everyone who logged on for the info session and anyone watching live on Facebook. We will be closing it down. If there's no other questions, we're going to close it down. And then I know what you guys are all going to do. You're going to run over to the webpage and you're going to sign up, and you're going to get a confirmation email that says you're signed up. So I can't wait to see you all on the webinars, and then share with your friends to sign up as well. Since we have some weeks before we get started, that's good timing for you to recruit. and we will make sure that we are all ready and set to go on August 17th.
Yes.
Thanks
Yes.
so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.